I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You must listen. What I'm about to tell you will change the course of history.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Police call it a house of horrors. Now live at 5, two Georgia men will spend the rest of their lives in prison after being convicted of adopting two young boys, then sexually abusing them. The two men from Walton County were just sentenced to 100 years without parole. The district attorney's office spoke on the horrific nature of the crimes, writing, quote, "Those involved with the investigation and prosecution of this case will never forget what they had to see and hear in the case."
Authorities say with their adopted kids.
And very disturbing details indeed. The Walton County Sheriff's Office says that it was an investigation by the GBI that led them to the couple. According to authorities, the couple was making in their home. Zachary Zulocks and his husband William Zulocks are being charged for child sex crimes. The Walton County Sheriff's Office raided their home on St. Regis Way in Oxford and found that both men were engaging in sexually abusive acts and videotaping it with their adopted sibling children. The two children were taken out of harm's way, police saying that material was being downloaded, which was discovered during a search warrant in unincorporated Loganville. Now, we did speak with neighbors in that community off camera. They did not want to speak on camera, but they do say it was very shocking to find out that was happening, and they said it was awful for those children. We'll, of course, keep you updated as we learn more in this story. Live in Walton County, Yasmin Alston, CBS 46.
This is really unfortunate what has happened to these boys who are already dealing with being developmentally delayed. As reports stated, they both are special needs children. These boys were pimped out and harmed in the most perverse ways. So I really pray they get the help they need to recover from the horrors they experience, because these people deserve everything that they tried to put on these boys. Finally, justice is being served. In the case of these young boys, I mean, it's not going to take away any of the things that they've endured, because they have endured quite a lot. But what is actually happening is that, you know, time is up with people thinking that they are going to just exploit these children and nothing is going to happen for them. Now, I'm speaking in regard to this Zulocks case. This couple, these husbands, adopted these developmentally delayed little boys. They have special needs, and they really subjected them to a lot of horrific crimes, and furthermore, they straight up was pimping out these little boys. And so with them being sentenced behind 100 years, you know, this should be a warning to a lot of people. Like, just because you may think that you can get away with doing certain things, it's going to come to light in some aspects. And, you know, my heart really goes out to these boys, because they may have already been experiencing a lot, you know, being, you know, children that were wards of the state, being adopted, being amongst a lot of conflicting stuff already, and adding that to the limitations that they already have. Like, it's so unfortunate. So I really pray that with them now being in the care of other people, and from the update, they are in the custody of this Christian group home of some sort. And so now that they are in the custody of other people, hopefully they really get the care and the attention that they need, because they're really going to need a lot of care. They're going to need a lot of help. And, you know, I'm just praying for their healing, because it is just like so appalling they got away with this for so long. And the mere fact that these people were known to be viral internet stars per se, you know, they were boasting about the things that we're doing. And a lot of how they end up creating evidence for themselves is their, you know, they just felt as if they were untouchable, that they were going to continue to get away with these things. So they began to circulate, you know, the things they were doing towards these boys to a larger media. You know, they were circulating it to other predators. And yeah, time's up for these people that think that they're going to just run through these children and that nothing's going to happen to them. And I think that it's a lot of that going on, where people are having to come to terms with what is done in the dark will eventually someday come to the light. And I'm glad that, unfortunately, they may have endured this for a while, but I'm glad that it came to an end a lot sooner than it could have. Sometimes these things go on for years and years, and, people grow into adults and, they have been victimized and nothing happened. And this could set the tone for their life just completely going down a completely, a different route. So hopefully this is something that they'll be able to really heal from. But my God, like, for them to be boastful about this is just absurd. Like, they were making Snapchat comments on Twitter or X in regard, alluding to the things that they were doing. And some of the things that they were saying, I'm not going to say it here, but if you just look into this case, a few articles, you'll see some of the things that they have been actually saying, like literally bragging about the heinous things that these sodomites were doing towards these children. Another thing too that I found really ridiculous is that they are in custody and they're complaining about their conditions. They're complaining about being lactose intolerant and things like that. Like, are you serious? After all that you've done to these children and then exploit these children to other people? Like, it's definitely a sign of the times. Like, yeah, so yeah, definitely keep these children in your prayers. They're going to need all the prayers that they can get.